me heady. I just showed you all those Brussels sprouts. I didn't know what I was going to do with them, but I decided I know what I'm going to do with them. I'm just going to do the bacon, onion, and Brussels sprout dish. Wonderful side dish. Here are those beautiful Brussels sprouts. If you didn't watch my other video about I cleaned them off the stalk. And right now I've got, you can adjust this like you want to. I got about 3/4 of a pound of bacon in here, but you can go anywhere from half to a pound, whatever you want to do. And I said in the other video, I've got, and you know, you can do this dish, you don't have to be using these. I've got about in between, I'm thinking at least 1.5 pounds up to 2 pounds, in between, 2 pounds-ish, a little less maybe, I think. But what I'm doing here is I snipped up, I used my kitchen shears, and I took my bacon and I just snipped it up, and I'm going to cook it in this Dutch oven, okay? That way my pot will be just right after I get everything in. And as usual, you know, my ingredients will be listed below. But anyway, I'm going to saute this bacon off, and I don't know what that was. Mystery noise. We'll find out in a minute. Anyway, when I get done with this bacon, then I'll come back and we'll add the onions, okay? We'll be back. As you can see, my bacon's all nice and crisping up. And I'm going to show you something on the bottom of this pan. That's good right there. You want to leave it. Now, this is up to you. You are more than welcome to take some of your bacon grease out. Now, that's perfect. That's the way I want it. You do not want to get that bottom off. It will loosen up, and that's all flavor, okay? Now, I got a medium onion I minced up. I'm just adding it straight to the pot. All right. When this cooks down, I'm adding in the Brussels sprouts. I'll come back. All right. We'll be back. Hey y'all, I'm back. Onions been sauteing, oh, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes, I guess. I'm doing other things too. And after we add in our chicken broth and everything, you see, just adding the onions in has made this start deglazing by itself. Never waste this part. That's where all your favorite flavor is. In French, it's called souk. And of course, in America, anybody that knows what they're called, most people just call them brown bits, and that's good too. No problem with that. Not being fancy. I'm just telling y'all a little bit of what I know. A lot of people call it fond. Fond is actually the result of a sauce, but that's for another video, isn't it? Alright, brown bits will deglaze. They started glazing a little bit with the addition of the onions, and it released its moisture. Alright, next, we're to the point. Here's my beautiful Brussels sprouts, and I'm adding them in. They've been washed. The great big huge ones, I either halved or quartered to make them uniform with the other Brussels sprouts. Let me get those in. That pan's hotter than you think. Alright. Now we're going to give a good stir. Let me dry my hand off here. Let's give it a good stir. We're wanting to coat our Brussels sprouts with the bacon grease. And I did reserve a little of my bacon grease. I may add a little more. Depends on, I think it looks just fine. And that's what we're going to do. Alright. They're coated beautifully. Didn't need to add a drop. I can already tell by looking. Alright. After a good stir. Alright. Next, our 2 cups of chicken broth. Whatever you like. I use soup base. I mix my own up. You ought to always use a good quality chicken base. Or chicken base or beef base. I always have them on hand. Y'all always have them in your fridge. Alright, isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now, I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. Salt and pepper are to taste. You don't even need to do this until afterwards. I've just made this so many times. I kind of know about how much to add. Man, just a good hearty dash. And just barely a pinch of pepper. Because with pepper, I like to let people fix it the way they want to fix it, okay? Alright. I'm going to put a lid on this, and we're going to simmer it in between 15 and 20 minutes on a low simmer, not high. You're not trying to boil this. I would just bring it up to I'd probably turn it up just enough to get a little bubble going, then cut it down to a low simmer. And put your lid on. I'm going to put my lid on. So with that, I'm going to put the lid on, put the timer on. When it's done, I'll come back and show you the finished product, if I can speak. It has been a long day. Okay, I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Bye. All right, y'all, I'm back. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? And I wanted to show you the brown bits, the fond, or as the French say, souk. As I told you, it came up. See, just with the, you can scrape it around if you want to. That flavor's in there now. And although I added a little salt and pepper to taste, it is to your taste after you get it out. Last thing is, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of butter. And as soon as that melts, we are ready to roll. We're eating it with the Mississippi pot roast done in the oven. So, as usual, there you have it. Look at that. Isn't that good? Fresh Brussels sprouts. Done to perfection. Okay, y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.